Okay. Likutei Halacha Esar Chaim Ilchos Zizis Kapayim Halacha Hey. We are in the middle of Seif Dalet. So we said there are the three nekudas. Nekudas Tzaddik, which is supposed to connect to the heart. There's Nekudas Tzaddik, Nekudas Atzmoi, and Nekudas Achavar. We said we are on page 378. We are by Yair Hashem Pona. So we said that the first one, Yevarecha Hashem Yishmerecha, Hashem will bless you and will guard you. This corresponds to Brachas L'Rosh Tzaddik. The source of the Brachas is Tzaddik. They don't believe that all the Brachas, that's what we spoke before. That the people, they have believed, they learned or whatever, they don't believe that the Tzaddik is the source of the Brachas. Brachas L'Rosh Tzaddik. Isa Bracha Mes Hashem, he carries the Bracha from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So first of all, you have to receive from him the Nekuda Klolius of all the Bracha. And that guards you from the Mazikim. Or the whole shmuz last time, how it guards you even if a person falls to really, really bad places, it still keeps him. Seven the Mazikim. יאר השם פניו עליך ויחונך. זה בחינס נקודה שנייה שיש בכל אחד. So that's the second point, that there is in every single person in Israel, מה שאין מחבר, that which his friend does not possess. And each one has to receive from his friend this particular נקודה. וזה בחינס יאר השם פניו, בחינס אורס פניו. Hashem will shine his face to you. This is the אורס פניו. This is because the nekudas טוב שיש בכל אחד מישראל, שהם בבחינס צדיק, these nekudas tovas that exist in you and in me and every yid, which is the nekudas tzaddik in us, and b'chinas pnei Hashem, this is the face of Hashem, ki tzadikaya an pen shchinta, the tzaddikim are the face of the shchina, v'chol ma sheme'er in yesem echad lechavera, and the more one illuminates to his friend, the more the illumination of the face of Hashem shines. And that's the main avodas ha'adam, the work of a person in this world, to bring about the illumination of Hashem's face. Require Hashem and his strength, seek his face at all times. This is a generation and its seekers, those that seek your face, Hashem, forever. How do you seek, inquire after the face of Hashem? That people speak to one another in Yir Shamayim every time. And he's looking that each one will receive from one another, from that good nekudas which are in their hearts. So this is Hashem Yisborach will fulfill their heart's desire. And Hashem will shine his face in them with great love. If you will inquire after him, if you will seek, you shall find him. With the multitude of people, there's the glory of the king. That the more people are looking to talk about Yir Shamayim and to reveal and to be made the nekudas tovas from one to the other, this bring about the glory of the king. This illuminates the face of Hashem. This is the glory of the king. וכן מבואר שם המזמור הוידו, המזמור הוידו מסתכל שבקושס פונו בזבוח, מבחינת ביקשו פונו פונו, seek his face at all times. אבל די שיחו שמדבר אחד עם חברו, that one speaks with his friend, לעורר לו לשם יזבוח, to awaken him to הקודש ברוך הוא. כמבואר שם מקודם, the way it is said there before, שמה זה? שיחו בכל מפלאיסו. In other words, the Tehillim over there, warns people, it tells people, listen, pay attention to Sichu B'chol Nifla'oso. Talk about the wonders of Hashem. It's not just, like people are, I'm talking about, it's unbelievable, gewaltig. No, Sichu B'chol Nifla'oso, he says, it's a directive. Talk about the glories of Hashem. Talk about the Emunah. Talk about the Chesed Hashem. Talk about how you need to serve Him. וכו' וכו'. שצריך לסוך ולדבר הרבה אחד עם חברו. You have to talk a lot. One friend with his friend from all the wonders of Hashem, in order to awaken his friend to Hashem. כדי שתויר הנקודה מזה לזה כנ"ל. So the nekuda that exists in your friend will shine to you, and the nekuda which is in you will shine to your friend. זה בחינת דיר של השם, והוא זה בקשו פניו תאמין. Seek Hashem at all time. Inquire and seek His face at all time. שמזהיר אחר כך, ועל כן זה בירקס אשר יאר השם פניו, זה מבחינת נקודה שניו. This is the second point, the second נקודה, שצריכים להאיר אחד לחבר, that one has to shine to his friend. And what's the result? ויחונקו. שייתן לך חן, will give you grace, will give you beauty. כי עיקר החן והיופי וההידור, the main grace and the beauty and the splendor, ubchinas klalis agavnin. That's the combination of all the colors. Klalis agavnin, it's like when you see something which is beautiful, it's always because of the combination of things. When you look at a person who's good looking, if that person is just a perfect specimen, without any, the right side of the face is exactly identical to the left side of the face, and like by the book, according to this, there's no character there. There's no beauty there. Beauty is always a combination of a little of this, a little of that, a little kacha, and the humor is like this, and it is like this, like what you love about your wife. That she's like this, and she's kind, and she's funny, and she's this, and she's that, and she's responsible, and she's energetic, whatever, and she understands you, she doesn't understand you, she sets you straight. It's a different thing. A beauty is a klalis agavnin. It's a result of a whole multitude of factors. There's not just one thing. That's why harmony and composition is the way the different pieces come together. That's the thing that creates the beauty. One thing by itself is nothing. What's the... That means that the combination, the totality of all the colors. That many colors, many features, many things, they're all combined with one another, with harmoniously. This is the main beauty and charm and grace. Show us the Siman Chafei, that Hashem we will learn. He says, show us an article that is not worth the damage that it causes. And in this particular Torah, Achval and Mana, on the pasuk, Chen b'nei Hashem, you should see Ayan Sham. This is the second nekuda. That you have to speak with Chaver b'Yir Shamayim, you have to speak with your friend Yir Shamayim, la'ayir nekudas mizeh lezeh, to shine the nekudas tovas from one friend to another. Your friend completes you, and you complete him. You can live without friends. Shem b'chinas eres panim. This is the illumination of the face. And when that action takes place, by many Yidden, that they all get nekudas from one another. They're the main praise, the main praise that Hashem is proud, and the main pride of Kodesh Baruch Hu. Hashem prides himself with Am Yisrael. So with you I shall pride. This brings up the chen of Israel. Because of the multitude of the colors and the glory and the beauty that they shine to one another. The good nekudas that exist in every single Yid. These nekudas are the beauty and the glory that exists in every single Yid. That's what I told you. Every single Yid has a nekuda teva in him. A nekuda of beauty that is unshakable. And the more that one speaks with his friend in Yir Shamayim, this brings about the nekudas teva to shine more. This reveals the chen of Am Yisrael more and more and more. Hashem will shine His face to you, and will give you chen. This is the second nekuda. Yisa Hashem panav alecha v'yosem lecha shalom. Hashem will lift His face to you, and will give you peace. This is the third nekuda. That you have your own particular good nekuda has to shine to itself. You have to connect the mouth that speaks wisdom to connect it to the heart. That you should carry the nekuda toiva, your own nekuda toiva, which is the face of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, as we said before. Elecha. You should shine it to yourself. With the Rachmei Hashem, you will carry your own nekuda to your own heart. That your nekuda will shine to the heart. In order to eradicate the shame that rests, that coats the heart. It will put to you, will give you peace. This is the goal, the epitome, the perfection of all the three brachas. To bring about that holy love, that rests by bris shalom. That's the totality of the three nekudas. The connection of all these three nekudas, these three principles, to the heart. This is the Pchina of Shalom. Because when these nekudas are far from the heart, you can talk the talk, but it's not connected to the heart. This is it's a famous word. They say, let these words be upon your heart. He says, what do you mean upon? It should be in your heart. He says, yeah, but the heart is closed most of the time. He says, so what you do, you put the things on the heart. When the heart opens, it'll sink in. As I end shalom, but when these nekudas are far from the heart, there's no peace. There's no peace, there's no serenity, there's no yeshiva das. A person just lives his life like in a whirlwind. The days pass, it's already almost, this 2 days, Wednesday already, it's already the end of the week. The Rebbe says every single day a person dies a little. He dies that day is over, finished, he's not going to come back anymore. There's no peace in my being, in my bones, in my essence. The heart was separated. It was like it's not like when the heart splits from the nekuda, it's not connected to the nekuda. However, when you connect the nekuda to the heart, Ze ikir hashalom. This is the essence of peace and serenity. Because v'yosem lecha shalom shemisayim birkas Kohanim v'chanal. That's why it is so absolutely important. You know. Yeah. It is so important to make Hezbollah, you know, to come to the tzaddik, to speak to a friend, and to speak to Kodesh Baruch Hu, to make Hezbollah. There's no other way. Otherwise, the heart, you know, the heart, and even when the heart is longing for good things, but unless it's connected to Nekuda, a person is basically like wandering about, loitering. You know, it's just like maybe this, maybe that. Now I'm bored. Maybe I'll excite myself with this or excite myself with that. Yeah, but I don't want to make an avera. So why do I look? When the Nekuda touches, you are focused and you move ahead. Then you have serenity. Then you can continue. Ad kan for today, Likutei Halachot.